The golden hues of the setting sun painted the wedding venue in a warm, ethereal glow as Sebastian arrived, punctual as ever. His steps echoed softly against the path leading to the venue. Sebastian could not help but admire the meticulous preparations that had gone into creating the perfect setting for Richard and Rose's special day. The scent of freshly cut flowers mingled with the gentle breeze, adding to the enchanting ambience of the occasion. Upon reaching the entrance, Sebastian was greeted with smiles and warm welcomes from the wedding party. Richard, radiant with excitement, rushed forward to greet him, his face alight with joy at his early arrival. "Sebastian, you're here!" Richard exclaimed, his voice filled with genuine happiness. "I am so glad you could make it." Sebastian returned his smile with a warm one of his own, his heart warmed by their genuine affection. "I wouldn't miss it. Thank you for having me on your special day," he replied, sincerity lacing his words. "Thanks to you, Sebastian," Richard responded graciously, a grateful smile playing on his lips as he acknowledged the unexpected reception. Sebastian exchanged a glance with Richard, trying to decipher the reason behind the special treatment. Was it simply Richard's generous nature, or was there more to it? Whereas Richard, though extremely polite, was evaluating how much Sebastian cares for Lily, and if he is a good match for his younger sister. "Lily will be so thrilled to see you today. She was not in her element for the last few days, but that will change now," Richard said warmly, his tone sincere and genuine. Sebastian nodded in agreement, masking his confusion with a polite demeanor. He decided to go along with the situation, not wanting to spoil the joyful atmosphere surrounding Richard and Rose's wedding day. He followed Richard further into the venue, but could not shake off the nagging feeling of curiosity. Why did Richard hold him in such high regard, and why did Richard think he was special to Lily? The questions lingered in his mind as he prepared to join the festivities. In the meantime, Sebastian also anxiously glanced at his watch. His patience grew thinner with each passing moment. He could not help but steal glances at the door, eagerly awaiting Sicil's arrival. She had promised to join him for the wedding after changing from work clothes into something more suitable, but time moved slower when she was not around. When Richard was showing Sebastian his place to sit, he got distracted by the wedding planner, who came to whisk him away to discuss something about the arrangement details. Lily noticed Sebastian's restless demeanor and approached him with a warm smile. Relief washed over her as she realized Sicil had not arrived, preserving the delicate facade she had woven. With feigned cheerfulness, Lily greeted Sebastian, hoping to maintain the illusion a little longer. "Hey Sebastian, it is great to see you here," Lily exclaimed, her voice stained with forced enthusiasm. "I'm glad you could make it," she added, hoping to make small talk. Sebastian returned Lily's smile. "Thanks, Lily. Richard's been really kind," he replied, his gaze flickering towards the entrance once more. "I am waiting for Sicil. She is running a bit behind schedule," he explained, his tone laced with impatience. Lily's heart sank at Sebastian's words, her hopes of maintaining the charade crumbling with each passing second. As she forced a smile and nodded in response, Lily could not shake the gnawing sense of unease that settled in the pit of her stomach. Richard felt very excited when he noticed Sebastian and Lily sitting nearby. He was genuinely pleased to see them together, thinking Lily had finally found someone special. Standing at a distance, Ethan observed Lily and Sebastian's interaction, and how Richard was treating Sebastian, and sensed that there was something amiss, but chose to remain silent. Sebastian finally spotted Sicil making her way through the gathering, and could not help but show his affection. With a warm smile, he approached towards her, gently kissing her cheeks. "You look beautiful," he complimented, his eyes reflecting the sincerity of his words. "Thank you, by the way, I am parched," she said, and Sebastian immediately said, "Don't worry, I will get you a glass of water." The atmosphere around them shifted subtly, as Sicil's presence ignited a series of questions among Lily's family. Observing the chemistry between Sebastian and Sicil, Richard could not contain his curiosity. With piqued interest, he approached Lily and Sicil and extended his hand towards Sicil with a smile on his face. "Hi there. I do not think we have met." "I am Richard, the groom." "And you are?" he inquired. Lily deftly introduced Sicil, spinning a tale to divert attention and keep the delicate balance intact. She began with a friendly tone. "Richard, meet Sicil, my friend. Funny how small the world is, right? Sebastian, Sicil, and I all went to the same school." This introduction was not just casual. It was a strategic move by Lily to hide Sicil's true identity. By weaving their connection through their school days, Lily aimed to create a believable scenario and ease suspicions. Richard warmly welcomed Sicil into the gathering, showing respect by kissing her hand. However, his welcoming demeanor quickly turned to confusion and suspicion as he noticed the engagement ring on Sicil's finger. It was the same ring he had seen Sebastian and Lily picking out at the jeweler's, intended for Lily, or so he had thought. Richard's brow furrowed in puzzlement as he questioned Sicil about the ring, his tone tinged with accusation and disbelief. "How did you come to possess this ring?" he inquired, his voice carrying a hint of concern. Sicil felt a discomfort wash over her as she found herself thrust into an unexpected interrogation. "It's my engagement ring," she began, her voice faltering slightly as she spoke. "Sebastian proposed to me just a few days ago," she explained, her words laced with genuine surprise and confusion. As Richard processed her response, the atmosphere grew increasingly tense. "I don't understand," Richard began, his voice edged with frustration. "You say Sebastian proposed to you, but this ring was meant for Lily. I saw Sebastian and Lily selecting this together. They were so much in love just the other day. How could you come between them like this?" His words, fueled by a sense of betrayal and anger to protect his sister, hung in the air, casting a pall over the once joyous occasion. Sicil's voice cut through the tension like a blade, her confusion evident as she addressed Richard directly. "Excuse me, I don't understand," she began, her tone tinged with disbelief. "What are you talking about?" Sebastian joined them with a glass of water and his gaze shifted to Lily, his expression a mix of concern and bewilderment. "Lily, what's going on?" he asked, his voice low but urgent. The sudden turn of events had caught him off guard, leaving him with a whirlwind of questions. Lily's heart raced as she met Sebastian's gaze, her mind racing for a plausible explanation. It's a misunderstanding," she stammered, her voice unsteady. "Let me explain everything." But Sicil accused Lily, her voice laced with hurt and betrayal. "Are you dating Sebastian behind my back?" she demanded, her eyes searching Lily's face for a semblance of truth. Lily's breath caught in her throat, her mind racing to find the right words to defend herself. "Sicil, it's not what you think," she protested, her voice trembling with uncertainty. "I can explain." Before Lily could continue, Sebastian came back with a glass of water, and his voice cut through the ambiguity, his tone firm and resolute. "Sicil, that's not true," he interjected, his eyes locking with hers. "Lily and I are just friends. I would never do anything to hurt you." Sicil's gaze flickered between Lily and Sebastian, her mind reeling with disbelief. "But Richard saw you together," she insisted, her voice wavering with emotion. "He saw you buying a ring for Lily." Richard, drawn into the confrontation, stepped forward, his expression grave. "It's true," he confirmed, his tone heavy with accusation. "I saw them at the jeweler's together, selecting a ring. They were so much in love." Sicil's heart sank as betrayal unfolded before her, struggling to comprehend the chaos. She stormed out of the venue, the weight of Richard's accusation heavy on her mind. Her trust was shattered, and each step she took away from the wedding venue felt like a retreat from shattered fragments of her once beloved reality. Amidst the turmoil, Ethan, having observed everything from a distance, felt a surge of concern for Sicil and fury towards Lily's intricate lies. Determined, he moved fast through the throng of guests to intercept Sicil before she could vanish into the evening sky. Meanwhile, Lily's facade crumbled under the weight of her deceit. The weight of Richard's accusing gaze bore down on her, his disappointment palpable as she struggled to find the courage to confess her transgressions. Ethan's keen senses caught Lily's confession confirming his suspicions. He soon caught Sicil in the car park, his hand gently grasping her arm to halt her flight. "Sicil, please," he implored, his voice urgent. "Don't leave, listen to me." Sicil turned to face Ethan, her eyes filled with unshed tears. "I don't know what to believe anyone anymore, Ethan," she admitted, her voice choked with emotion. Ethan knew that this was not an easy answer, but he was determined to stand by Sicil's side. With the utmost sincerity, he said, "You have to trust me when I say this. Sebastian is innocent. You cannot believe Lily or Richard." Inside the venue, taking a deep breath, Lily addressed Sebastian. "I owe you an apology, Sebastian. The ring you chose was indeed for Sicil, not me. I misled Richard, and for that, I am terribly sorry." Turning to face Richard, whose initial warmth had turned into a stern gaze, Lily continued her admission. "Richard, I fabricated a story about having a fiancé to avoid the constant pressure to rekindle my relationship with Ryan. I did not anticipate the misunderstandings that would arise from my lies, and I deeply regret the chaos I have caused." With a heavy heart, Lily continued, her words measured and sincere. "Sebastian and Sicil are engaged. Sebastian bought the ring for Sicil, and I just happened to be at the same jeweler's when Sebastian was buying the ring. Unfortunately, you saw us together and misunderstood the situation and thought Sebastian and I were dating." A murmur rippled through the crowd as Lily's admission sunk in, the implications of her deception unraveling before everyone's eyes. Yet, Lily pressed on. "I'm not in love with anyone," she confessed, her voice faltering slightly. "I came back to town only for your wedding. I thought lying would help me escape the situation, but all it did was cause confusion and hurt. I'm truly sorry for how I've treated everyone here," she concluded with a heartfelt and sincere apology. The room was filled with a heavy silence, the consequences of her actions reverberating through the gathered crowd.